Well, hey folks, welcome back to Good Things for Good People, the little tiny YouTube channel with great big dreams of changing the world for good. You join me today at my day job, and it's this evening because I'm working late, which is kind of my usual for me, to be honest. A lot of what I do is not 9 to 5, Monday through Friday kind of thing, so a lot of times that means I'm going to be in the shop after hours, after everybody else has already gone home. But you're not here for all this car stuff. What you're here for, hopefully, is for the good things for good people side of things. For those of you who are new here, welcome aboard. We are a budding brand new YouTube channel and community online that we are trying to develop around positivity, around good deeds, around random acts of kindness, around charity, around online activism, trying to spread the good instead of focus on the negative that is available here on the wonderful world of the internet. Unfortunately, far too often, we are all a party to the negative stuff, right? We all get to see all of the bad stuff that happens on the internet, hear all the horror stories about what the internet can be, and unfortunately, that's kind of what we all typically see, but it doesn't have to be that way. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to build a community of positivity that highlights the good that people are doing or that we can do. In the long run, the idea with this channel is we are going to be able to generate revenue off of this channel from your views and from your time watched to grow the channel and be able to actually generate revenue. And with that revenue, we're going to be able to positively impact the people around us, the communities around us, and even possibly some members that are going to be in the community. What we're trying to do here is we're just trying to grow. We're trying to, at this point in time, get to that point where we get this channel monetized, at which point in time we start making money off those YouTube ads that you see rolling around on the channel. And at some point in time here very shortly, we're going to get to that point. We're just in the growing phases. We're still not even 60 days old at this point in time, but here very, very shortly we're going to get to that point where YouTube starts paying us to do good things for good people, and that's going to be fantastic. So today what I really want to focus on is a good friend of mine, Brian. Brian has been really actually quite instrumental in this entire process, and I've known Brian for a number of years, and he has always struck me as a very good guy. And at this point in time, I would say he is a very, very good guy because he is pretty much instrumental on connecting me to some of my opportunities and pointing me in some of the directions for doing good things for good people, for doing good deeds. You'll see him in the comment section in a lot of these videos. He's been in the live videos as well. And Brian is not just a do as I say kind of guy, he's a do as I do kind of guy, because Brian himself is actually out and about doing some of this. What you will see here momentarily is Brian actually was at the Mid-Ohio Food Collective, formerly known as the Mid-Ohio Food Bank, where he does volunteer work, and he helps those fine people do what it is they do. I have not yet done this myself. I was hoping to, but with work where it is right now and with my rather complicated life situation right now, I was unable to get down there and do some good deeds for these folks. But Brian was able to do it, and he managed to film a little bit for us. And I'm going to include that right now, and then we're going to talk about how awesome this really is and how much it really inspires me that Brian was able to do this and then also send in some video for me to be able to include in this. So, without further ado, I give you Brian, a fellow Good Things for Good People member.
Hey, Good Things for Good People. I'm just another elf. You may be confused because my beard is not nearly as impressive as Austin's, but just finished up a volunteer shift here at Mid-Ohio Food Collective, also formerly known as the Mid-Ohio Food Bank. Just giving the people in Central Ohio, if you're looking for some place to volunteer some time or donate, this place, it's right off of, their main office here is right off of 71 in Grove City. Real easy to get to. They serve 20 counties here in Ohio, pump out over 170,000 meals a day. This place is huge. You could probably fit 4 football fields inside of it, and stacked 50 foot high. They move a ton of food through here and get it out to people who need it as quickly as possible and as efficiently as possible. It is a giant operation, and they always need a lot of volunteers, but especially they get a flood of volunteers through the fall, and everybody wants to volunteer before Thanksgiving. But as we get into the winter and it gets cold, their volunteers drop off, especially through the the cold months here. So it's nice and warm inside. You'll probably work up a little bit of a sweat. Just passing the word along here. It's a great place, and they're doing a lot of good. And they don't, you may see them fundraising now and then, but I don't think a lot of people know the scale of what they really do here. So, have a good day, everyone.
I gotta say, Brian, sir, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I know at this point in time we are 50 some odd episodes in, and a lot of people are getting to the point where they're tired of hearing Austin talk. You're tired of hearing me say the things that I say every day about, helping people out when I'm on lunch, or helping people out when I'm at a gas station, or when I'm out shopping, or whatever the case may be. And you would like to see some more kind of grandiose stuff. You'd like to see some other things. And to be honest with you, this thing that Brian did is very, very inspirational for me. I really want to get involved in that and doing it myself. And it's honestly the core kind of thing that I really want to use this platform that we have here to focus on. I don't want this to be all about me. I want this to be a community thing where we're all cheering each other on and encouraging this kind of thing. Brian being able to go down there and do what he did is fantastic. I mean, it's fantastic. Nothing short of that. It's fantastic. And hopefully it's inspirational for some other people. I know I'm planning on going and doing this kind of thing. And I know that there's a lot of other communities that have these types of things. There's food banks all over this country because, unfortunately, despite the fact that we are the richest nation in the history of humanity, we have more ability to produce food than any other country in history. We still have hunger all over this country. Every city in this country, every small community in this country, whether it's big or small, has somebody who is going without, who is not getting properly fed, or is ending up malnourished. There's a reason that school lunch programs are such a huge thing. There's a reason that during summer season, when schools are not in, a lot of schools or a lot of communities will institute something to be able to give free meals to kids, because a lot of times the best time that a child has to get proper nourishment is when they're at school. It's not just there because they're learning. It's because they're actually able to nourish their bodies as well as their minds. And it's a terrible thing that we have to say, that of all the dumb stuff that we have to deal with as a community and as a country, that hunger is something that is a major problem. It's so stupid. It is so stupid. But fortunately, there are those people that are out there, and there are those organizations that are out there that are doing battle about this. They're actually in their trenches. They're actually in those buildings working on getting food to people that actually are in need. There are businesses that support the Mid-Ohio Food Bank. This is not a purely donational type of thing. With you giving something from your own pantry or buying something and donating it. There are businesses that are involved in this kind of thing, and I huge kudos to those folks that donate this kind of stuff. It's kind of one of those, of all the low-hanging fruit that you could grab as far as doing a good deed for somebody, feeding people in need feels like it's got to be the lowest hanging fruit. This has got to be the one that, step one, make sure people are fed, right? But unfortunately, it's still a worldwide thing. It's just not a countrywide thing, but it's a worldwide thing. The thing that really frustrates me is the fact that it's a problem here in the United States, the greatest country in the history of humanity, the country with more ability to produce food than any other country anywhere in the world, with some of the richest people that have ever lived, the most resources that have ever been acquired in one location. And we still have a problem with this. It's just kind of one of those things. It's eye-opening. It really is. I intend to be involved in this project. I will most definitely be involved here in the coming few days and weeks. as my life gets a little bit, hopefully less crazy, I may end up back down in East Tennessee here in the next couple of days. So I don't know what that's going to do for my schedule, but it's a hard season, right? It's a hard time for a lot of people, for a lot of reasons. It's cold. Well, it's not really that cold yet, but it's going to be cold. It's middle of December. But it's difficult for a lot of people because there's a lot of expectations with winter. You know, with Christmas coming up, you know, people have the pressure of finances where they're closing up the year. You know, if the business happens to be slow, that's going to be stressful on people. If the business happens to be crazy business, or busy, that's going to be stressful on people. You know, you got to think about, I got to buy presents for the kids and for the in-laws and for the, you know, whoever else I got to buy for. I got to figure out what I got to get my incredibly wonderful woman for Christmas, or my wonderful husband for Christmas, or, you know, whatever the case may be. There's always those stresses that are out there because, you know, that's a portion of our culture, and the gift giving thing is part of it. I was with my neighbors last night, and a huge collection of folks that they put together for a Christmas reading and a white elephant gift giving thing last night, and it was really, really nice. It was really fun to be around an incredible range of people. And Scott, my neighbor, brought up the fact that, you know, he likes the Christmas thing, but there's a lot of it that has kind of been overshadowed by the gift stuff, the physical, the gift, you know, that kind of thing. And it's very true. You know, he brought up a lot of really good points, and I think one of the big things is a lot of folks, myself included, are too focused on the material things that we give, or that we're able to give to people, the things that we're able to you know, to do on the material side of things, and focus less than we would like to see on the less material. You know, the giving of your time and of yourself, and helping other people, and that kind of thing is, you know, more than maybe buying a video game for your kid. Maybe it's stepping in and helping them out with something that's important in their lives, or encouraging them on something, or helping them with a project or something, or encouraging them to take up a hobby or learn a skill or something that they have an interest in, you know, and not necessarily just focusing on, I bought my kid a $75 video game device, or, you know, that new pair of shoes or whatever it is. Maybe it's something that you could do that's a little bit less tangible, but could have a much larger impact. And it was a really great evening. I had a great time, so thank you very much if you guys happen to see this video. Any of you who were there at the house last night, it was great talking with all of you. I'm humbled and thankful for the ability to be involved in that you would invite Katrina and I over for that, and that you would accept us into your community was fantastic. So thank you very much. For everybody that I met last night and that I talked with last night, it was wonderful spending the evening with you. But it's exactly what I want to see, to be honest with you. What I saw last night gives me hope that there are a lot of good people still out there. You know, that this country is still full of good people. They may be people of means, they may not be people of means. That doesn't necessarily mean they can't do good things for each other. It makes me feel better because I know that there are other folks that are out there that feel the same frustrations and that feel the same hope that I do. I know we're going to be able to do something really great with this community. I really do. I feel like the world needs this, and I've said this a number of times before, that just because this has never been done does not mean it cannot be done. We're paving a path that doesn't make a lot of sense to the online community, and it's gonna be a little tricky. We've got some battles that we're gonna fight. We got to figure out where we fit, but the overwhelming feeling I'm getting from everybody I've talked to about this is that everybody loves the idea. Everybody's on board with it. We just have to get more people on the team. That's the biggest goal we have right now, is we need to get more people on team good people. We need to get more people involved in this project, and we need more people cheering us on. So for the analytics side of things, I don't want to go into the analytics on the laptop at the moment. I'll go into that tomorrow because this video is probably going to go up a little bit late, so I don't want to keep you guys too terribly late. But we got a good push as far as subscriber count goes because I mentioned it in one of my PRI videos on the Lucor channel. We ended up picking up a huge chunk of people. I think we got 18 subscribers in one day. And then over the last couple days, I've been not maybe on my A game as far as energy goes and as far as production goes. And we dropped precipitously off on the new subscriber count side of things. So I need to keep the wheels rolling there. I need to keep the energy up. For those of you who are Facebookers, one of the best ways I think we're going to be able to reach out and improve our community is on the Facebook page for the Good Things for Good People page. If you are new here or if you just happen to be wandering by this video and haven't seen me say this before, join the Good Things for Good People Facebook page. Use that page to help spread the message to other people. Once you join that page, which is free, you can then invite people that are on your friends list on your Facebook page. So whether or not you've got 10 people, 50 people, 100 people, 5,000 people, you can invite other people over to like this page. And you can hopefully encourage them to come over and watch these YouTube videos. The YouTube side of it is super simple. As you watch the video, once you clicked on it, you spend some time here, that watch time builds up on the channel. Once we're monetized, we will get paid for that. At this point in time, we're still working at that process to try to get to the monetization thing. We're a quarter of the way there, a little bit more than a quarter of the way there in just less than 60 days. I'd really love to see us get there in the next 30 days so that we can hit the springtime and the end of the winter and really start really growing the community. Because once we start making money on this, once we can start spending YouTube's money to be able to do good things for good people, I promise you things are going to change, and it's going to keep spinning faster and faster and faster. And I think the community will grow faster and faster and faster. But that's where things are. That's where we are right now. I'm going to promise that I'm not going to give up on this thing. We're going to do great things. I know we are. As a team, I think we're all motivated. I think there's some great folks that are involved here. I am massively thankful for Brian for filming what he did for me and for kind of showing me the path of being able to do some of this stuff. I did unfortunately get the phone call this afternoon while I was out and about working that the Monday Santa thing at the retirement center that I was going to be going to is canceled. I'm not going to be able to do that because they have COVID in the retirement center that I was headed to, and they have very, 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 very strict regulations on protecting their elderly that are living there, which I completely understand and I totally get. So while I am bummed that I can't go be Santa Claus to those wonderful folks, I appreciate the opportunity. I look forward to doing it next year for you. And I applaud your cautiousness to be able to protect the people who live within your roof that are in your charge. As somebody who has some elderly folk in my life, I realize how dangerous things like that can be, and I don't want to risk anything whatsoever with those fine folks that you're taking care of. So I totally get it. I will find another way to get my Santa on. I may end up being Santa tonight or tomorrow night, though I may not be able to share a lot of that with you guys. I will do what I possibly can. So that's what's going on tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have had a great Friday. I am extremely grateful for everybody who believes in this process, who watches these videos, who really thinks that we can come together as a community and ignore all the bad crap that goes on around the world. You know, there's enough of that. We don't need any more of that. What we need is more positivity, and I want to really make this that place. I really want to make a place that we can all cheer each other on and celebrate wins and positivity and that kind of thing. And I think there's at least 560 more people out there that believe in the same message. Also, by the way, if you happen to be a fellow YouTuber, it would be wonderful for me if you clicked on that share button and you shared this video to your communities tab on your Facebook page. I know there are more than a few people that follow me from my automotive side of things, and I know that a lot of you are in this page. It would be great to see if you could share it to help spread this message and help spread this community, because all it really takes all we really need is 400 more people and 3,000 more watch hours. And if you think about it, if we get one video that gets a couple thousand views, that's a few minutes long, that's where you get your watch hours from. That's all you need. One video to go sort of kind of viral. That's it. We're there. So hopefully that's the case. Last little pieces of information before I leave. Hey Santa Clips is still a thing. If you're interested in a custom Santa greeting for yourself or your loved one, your child, grandchild, co-worker, girl you have a crush on, whatever, as long as it's PG, give me the name and the information you would like me to include in that message, and I will be more than happy to include it or to film a 30-second video for you as me as Santa Claus. I will be doing that probably tomorrow. Yes, probably tomorrow or Sunday, one of the two. And I will be getting those things out to you. The folks that I have not gotten to yet, I will be getting to you this weekend, I promise. Excuse me. Also, the Santa readings for Mr. and Mrs. Claus, both Katrina and I have already filmed a couple of readings as well already. And I will be putting those up, I believe, probably the next couple of days to get those up and ready. I'm going to make a completely separate playlist for those. So for those folks that are wanting to show children those videos, they won't necessarily see Santa in his undercover look. They can just see Santa and Mrs. Claus as Santa and Mrs. Claus. So those will be up here. I'm going to start working on those tonight/tomorrow, and I will try to get those up as quickly as possible so we can start generating some watch time off those things, and hopefully people are going to enjoy seeing us as Santa and Mrs. Claus. Huge thank you to my beautiful woman that pulls off a fantastic Mrs. Claus and makes me look much, much better. But that's it, guys. That's all we're going to do tonight. Thank you very much for being here. I've had a challenging week, ups and downs, and I'm going to hope that we have a really good weekend together. If there's anything that I haven't brought up that I should, put it in the comment section below. I always appreciate that. I always do get back to the comments. At least I dang near try to get back to absolutely everybody. This is not one of those things where I'm just out here and about creating content and just not paying attention to the comment section. The comment section is actually what I'm really, really interested in. The people that are involved in this process are what I'm really, really interested in. I'm really trying to build a community here, not just create a YouTube channel. What I really want to do here is I want to build a movement that I think we can really become truly incredible with. So I do try to pay attention to that comment section, and if you want to ask anything or you want to say anything, I will always try to interact with you guys in there. So it is from the depths of my heart that I appreciate all of you guys that are believing in this process. So thank you very much for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great Friday night. Bye-bye.